Welcome to Sports News Reviews, Week 5 NFL 4 p.m. game starts, final scores. Okay, I'm going to start with Cincinnati Bengals and the Arizona Cardinals. Cincinnati Bengals 34, Arizona Cardinals 20. I don't know if I would have picked Cincinnati this game. I probably would have picked the Arizona Cardinals, and my OLG ticket would have been done earlier. Uh, let's see the box scores real quick. The game recap here. So for passing yards, you had Burrow at 30, 36 completions for 46 attempts, 317 yards with 3 touchdowns, but he had 1 interception. Okay, not bad. So I didn't see the game, but probably his ankle is not as bad as, or is it the calf muscle? Sorry, I'm gonna guess that his calf muscle is not as bad now. Uh, like I probably wouldn't have picked the Cincinnati. So my ticket, my pool's ticket would have been over by then. Now there would have been there definitely would have been a lot more tickets better than mine. And for the Arizona Cardinals, J Dobbs, 15 completions, 32 attempts, 166 yards. He had 2 touchdowns, but he also had 2 interceptions. And their scoring summary was the first quarter was a touchdown for Cincinnati. Yes, the Bengals. Then and a field goal. Then in the second quarter, the Cardinals got a touchdown. Then they got another touchdown, but followed up by Cincinnati getting a touchdown. And at the third quarter, Cincinnati started with a touchdown, then countered with an Arizona touchdown. But the fourth quarter was all Cincinnati, 2 touchdowns, which made that final score of Cincinnati Bengals 34, Arizona Cardinals 20. In our second game, we have the New York Jets 31 and the Denver Broncos 21. I'm not sure if I would have picked New York on this one. I'm not 100% sure. I probably would have. I, I might have leaned towards New York Jets, but I'm not 100% sure. I didn't do my ticket today. It was just gonna be a $5 donation, anyways. I don't think I would have won today at all. But I've picked earlier scores. I've already have a few wrong. There would definitely be a lot more tickets out there that would be in the pool by now still. Okay, so then we'll go to the scoring summary, we'll start with Zach Wilson. 19 attempts, I'm sorry, 19 completions for 26 attempts. He had 199 yards with 1 interception, no touchdown passes. When Russell Wilson, he was completed 20 of 31 attempts, 196 yards with 2 touchdowns. So looks promising. Okay. But in the first quarter, started off with the Jets field goal. Then the Broncos countered with a touchdown. Then, and still in the first quarter, there was a safety. But it didn't take to the second quarter for Broncos to get a field goal. Then the Jets countered with a field goal, and the Broncos countered back with a field goal. But in the third quarter, it was all New York Jets with 1 touchdown and 1 field goal. And then in the fourth quarter, it was mostly New York Jets. Started off with a field goal, another field goal. After that was a Denver touchdown. But after that was a New York Jet touchdown, which made it a final score of New York Jets 31, Denver Broncos 21. In our third game, the Philadelphia Eagles 23 and the Los Angeles Rams 14. I would have picked the Eagles. I would have got this game, but that doesn't mean anything right now because my tickets, like I said, it would have been a $5 donation to the pool because I wouldn't have made it far with my ticket. It would have been too many errors earlier. The game leaders will start. We'll just have the quarterbacks again with Jalen Hurts completing 25 of 30. Is it 38 attempts? Yes, 25 of 38 attempts, 303 yards. He had one touchdown and one interception. Matthew Stafford, his counterpart on Los Angeles, was successful 21 out of 37 attempts, 222 yards with two touchdowns, no interceptions. But what counts now is that Philadelphia was 23 and Los Angeles Rams 14. Another game I definitely would have got that. Oh, and on a footnote, the Philadelphia Eagles remain undefeated. In our fourth game, we have the Kansas City Chiefs 27, the Minnesota Vikings 20. I was watching the end of that game, and yeah, it was a lot closer than it probably should have been. I'm not sure on what happened with Kelsey. We'll see. We'll see him in the next week. But when it came to your leaders, which Patrick Mahomes, quarterback, was successful 31 of 41 attempts, 281 yards with two touchdowns. And his counterpart, Kirk Cousins, he was successful on 29 completions out of 47 attempts, 284 yards with two touchdowns. Both didn't throw an interception this game, but the scoring was started off in the first quarter with a touchdown for Kansas City. Then later on, a field goal from Minnesota. But in the second quarter, Kansas City had a field goal countered by a Minnesota field goal. Then after that, Minnesota did a touchdown, and Kansas City did a field goal. But in the third quarter, Kansas City did all the scoring with two touchdowns. In the fourth quarter, there was only one scoring, and that was Kansas City. I'm sorry, Minnesota. I really screwed that one up. That, in the fourth quarter, that was a touchdown only by Minnesota, which gave them the 20. And that was it. So the Kansas City won that game 27-20 over Minnesota. Another game I would have got. Now, the other one is currently happening, which is I still have it on this scoreboard on the phone. It says the 49ers 7, Cowboys 0. And it looks like they started the second quarter. I probably would have picked San Francisco on this one. And then the Green Bay and Raiders tomorrow night, I would have took Green Bay on that one. So I'll try to get my picks in next Sunday, but I just didn't. I don't know. I just didn't have the energy to go to the store and do my picks. I slept in really late. I actually missed the Bills game. I only caught the end of the Bills game, and that's the one where I didn't have to bet on that one, on the pools, which I would have picked Buffalo, so I would have got it wrong anyways. And next week I'll have to bet on that game with Buffalo, and it's going to be a tough decision That is going to be a really tough decision between picking who I want to win, which is Buffalo, versus, well, what's good for my ticket to keep going. That's I just don't like to make. I would have had, if Buffalo would have won today, it would have been such an easy decision. But I, I'm gonna. I guess my pick might. I might think about just taking the Bills because I think there is something to Bills only arriving in England 72 hours before the game. That I don't know if I would have wanted to just arrive 72 hours before the game. I would have liked to have gone at least 2 days earlier. Yeah, they went straight to practice. It said that they got off the plane and went to practice. I don't know the thing because I'm tired. I'm totally exhausted. I I just like doing videos real quick. Like I don't have to kill myself to do these videos. I just lying down on bed, just got the microphone in my mouth, and I'm not killing myself to do these videos. Not like the live streams where it hurts after a while to keep. I mean, but I can't even imagine just. I know they're in much better shape than even I can't. Okay, if I was 27 years old, I suppose I think I can handle at 27 years old getting off a plane and then just going to a practice. But I'm not. I'm not. I was never an elite athlete like an NFL caliber athlete. But I don't know. I think that decision to go 72 hours. I'm not a big fan of that one. I think it should have just been earlier. But it says, could this one important stat been that Coach McDermott has never played? Well, he's never played in a game, of course, in overseas, but he's never been involved in an overseas game. So I think if Coach McDermott was involved in an overseas game, he might have changed his tune on that one. Oh well, but we'll see. So for sports news review and for our premier coach analysis, Coach Coyote, we both must say adios, goodbye, and thank you for viewing Sports News Review. On Monday, I'll do a newspaper edition of Sports News Review, and I'll have the coach do his analysis Monday of news, sport. I'll do the sports around the world, and coach analysis. And coach will do his NFL analysis because he's mostly a football guy. I'm mostly a football guy too, but I am a sports news review channel, so I have to do some sports on other I have to do other sports out there. So Monday will be the sports review, general sports review, and NFL recap. Okay, hope you tune in to that one also.